DJ, it is the richest winner's purse ever, from a total purse of $352,000 on the weekend. And 2 nights before tonight, 2 totally different racetracks. That's why we play the game in 75 laps tonight. Well, there's going to be a lot of storylines.
Yeah, absolutely. I've already talked to a lot of folks that have said, you know, man, this racetrack tonight, what's it going to do? What's it going to be like? How much prep are they going to have to do? It rained overnight last night here in Knoxville and the surrounding areas. It's been cooler. It's been overcast all day today. We don't know what to expect. The drivers and crews don't know what to expect either.
Well, I do want to give a shout out. We do know what to expect. The pole position punch. Cheers to all the great fans out here today. These have been so popular this weekend, they're almost sold out. Over here to beside the stage, the pole position punch.
The slide job bar.
The slide job bar. Pick those up. And again, you can see it. We're on the stage, and the slide job bar off to our left. Pick them up. The pole position punch, very tasty. That is the drink information. Let's take a look at the My Race Pass race info, though, DJ,
yes,
for night 3 of this big event. And again, we're going to put it up on the screen tonight. We've had 2 nights where your best night counts. 24 drivers have locked into tonight's main event. But tonight, we've got hot laps of the B main cars. Then we'll have the hot lap for the 24 locked in A main cars. Opening ceremonies, a couple of 15-lap B mains. We'll take the top 3 out of each one, and then a 75-lap feature to close out the night here tonight. And of course, don't forget, the SLMR late models have rolled into town as well.
Yeah, they have an invite tonight. They invited 24 drivers. We'll see how many of those Malvern Bank Series late models made it. They're going to run a full show tonight as well with hot laps qualifying. They're going to have 3 heat races and then a 22-lap feature coming up a little bit later on. And there's a look at the track prep that's going on here at Knoxville this evening.
And of course, this historic oval, it opened back in 1901, this half-mile oval at the Marion County Fairgrounds. And yeah, it's the sprint car capital of the world, but when the late models come to town, they know how to play. It's always a big time. And hey, we started the weekend back on Thursday with a track record. We got a track record from Ricky Thornton Jr. that fell from Earl Pearson Jr. He held that 18 years ago. And the weather right now, well, I'll tell you what, earlier today we had some rain move through, but it has been an overcast day, a few sprinkles.
Overcast clouds.
Overcast clouds, not broken clouds, not separated clouds. Overcast, 70 degrees, a light wind. I think it's going to be a perfect night for racing.
I don't want to jinx this, but they have shoved any chance of the R word out of the forecast for the rest of the evening here. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we should be good. And you know, one thing that we talked about with the weather, Ben, and then with the format tonight as well is, let's not forget the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. They've only got 2 B mains to run, right? They're going to have hot laps for the B main cars. They're going to have hot laps as well, like you talked about in the My Race Pass race info for the A main cars. But they've got 2 B mains. They're scheduled to be 15 laps. I think we're going to rein that back in because there's only about 8 or 10 cars per race. And they got a 75-lap main event, so a slightly different program on what could very well be the 3rd different track surface we've seen here this weekend.
Well, and they did a phenomenal job with the track last night. The fans, they're making their way behind us. The speakers are getting tuned up here.
Yeah, let's go.
That's right, let's go. We are going to step aside and we come back. James Essex, a man of the people. He's going to talk to the people. We're here with the pre-race show, the 3rd night of the 21st annual Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals presented by All Makes Collision. We're here at FloRacing. We're in the house. We'll be right back here to Knoxville.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Knoxville Raceway. Oh, I love it. Yep, I absolutely love it. Hey, there are the trophies that are going to be handed out tonight. There you are. You're on camera, Knoxville. Let them see you at home.
Somebody just forgot they're in witness protection. You messed that one up.
Oh, no.
Gertrude Vogt.
This isn't a Coldplay. It's not a Coldplay concert. It's okay.
Yeah,
we're all right.
Be careful.
Hey, we've got James Essex in the Wild. We're going to go to him here in just a little bit. Before we do all of that, though, Ben, let's go ahead and take a look at the points heading into tonight. A little bit of confusion. It's not the total points.
Well, let's start first with O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year standing.
Okay.
We're going to go backwards on that.
Thank you. You were listening to producer Tiffany.
I did listen to the ready meeting, and I had a drink, and I'm hydrated, so I'm ready to rock. Let's go. All right, that's right. Cheers. Donald McIntosh leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year battle, Dawsonville, Georgia. The biggest thing out of Dawsonville since Awesomeville. We're not even talking about Chase. We're talking about Bill. And his first time here, Donald's had a good weekend. No, Chase is awesome. Daniel Hilsebeck, the Iowa driver, second the O'Reilly Auto Parts. They like the Iowa drivers.
They love Iowa. Who doesn't love Iowa?
And then Dan Ebert, third in the battle out of Minnesota. There's two Dan Ebert fans out of Minnesota behind us. That's your O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year battle. $20,000 to the Rookie of the Year this year. $18,000 in product prizes as well to the rookie. And now let's take a look at the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP. We know one thing. After tonight, the top four drivers are locked in, DJ. Now, what we don't know is who's going to be the point leader after tonight and who's going to be in third.
Yeah, exactly. As those two battles are still up for grabs. But what we do know is Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport, Devin Moran, and Hudson O'Neill. Those will be the four drivers vying for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Championship this year. And something new this season, they're going to be seeded based on the number of wins they had in the regular season. Ricky Thornton Jr. locked that up. He's actually going to come in with a fairly healthy advantage over Jonathan Davenport and the others.
Yeah, you get 10 points for every full points win you've got. He's got 13 on the year, so that'll be reseeded starting next week with the C.J. Rayburn Memorial on Friday night at Brownstown Speedway and then the Jackson 100 on Saturday. Brandon Shepard, fifth in the points. He can't advance any further, but it's $100,000 to finish fifth in the points from an over $1 million point fund, so that's a big deal. Then Garrett Alberson, Brandon Overton, Dalton Wilson, Carson Ferguson, and Donald McIntosh. And now let's talk about our points here this weekend at Knoxville Raceway, where unlike Eldora, where every race matters, it's your best night. It's the best of the two. And so that is how the 24 drivers have locked in for tonight. And Devin Moran, last night's feature winner, he's going to be in the Victory Fuel poll here tonight. How many Devin Moran fans do we have out here tonight?
Well, of course.
How about Jonathan Davenport? I bet he's got at least 3 fans here. Make it 5.
It's Knoxville. Yeah, exactly. Garrett Alberson, he comes in third in the points. Yeah, the guy in front of us, Garrett Alberson fan, and a driver that has lived in Iowa on a couple different occasions now, Ricky Thornton Jr. I love the pop from the crowd. He comes in fourth in the points. He'll start on the outside of row 2 in tonight's 75-lap main event.
Well, we've got all the points laid out. We've got people that are congregating behind us. We got James Essex. I think we got his microphone ready to rock. We got his camera ready to rock. We got to go thank a few sponsors. When we come back on the backside of his break, get ready because James is coming your way. We don't know what he's going to do. We call James in the Wild. We're here from Knoxville Raceway. Make some noise, race fan, as we get ready for the final night of the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals. We'll be right back here on FloRacing.
What it is. I totally feel like I'm a kid again when I get on my buzz bike.
Horsepower, baby. You know me, I like horsepower.
We no longer bring golf carts to the racetrack because we have buzz bikes.
The University of Northwestern Ohio can turn your passion for all things diesel into a profitable career. On the shop floor, in our live engine rooms, or on the diesel dynos, 70% of your training is hands-on.
There's a good chunk of the time where you're just in the shop all day, and it's really enjoyable to apply what you just learned in the textbook.
From light duty to heavy duty, even specialty training in Mack and Volvo engines.
You can get pretty much a job anywhere if you're going to a top school for diesel, and they want you.
Get started today at unoh.edu.
Hey race fans, Burdick's RV Center is your full-line Renegade RV dealer in the Northeast. Travel to and from your destination in extreme luxury, Class C and Super C motorhomes like no other. Choose a new Renegade Explorer or the incredible Renegade Classic, while the new Renegade XL stands above them all. We'll help arrange financing and work with your trade-in too. So chase races, chase your dreams with Renegade at Burdick's RV Center in Cicero, New York, or burdicksrvcenter.com.
V-Land is proud to be an official partner of the 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Check us out at www.vland.com for more info. See you at the races. ARP, the ultimate fasteners for racing in the dirt. With high horsepower demands, ARP delivers maximum clamping force and performance. When failure on the dirt is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Sunoco Race Fuels. Higher standards, higher octane, take the lead. By Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini mill technologies. And by Lucas Oil Products, keep that engine alive. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Knoxville Raceway. Yes, we are here for night number 3 of the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals. The pole position punch is available at the Slide Jaw Bar. They do still have a few left, by the way, they told us. Over here next door, make sure you grab one of those. It's a deliciously refreshing drink on a warm day or an overcast day like we have here today.
It is. You hydrate. It's got some...
it's got strawberries in it,
it's got
so it's good
essential
for you.
nutrients
It's got
in
fruit
it, and
That's
some
right.
special additives. Check it out. I tell you what else is very special. We love him. He is the greatest of all time in announcing. His name is James Essex. James is our brother. He's that crazy uncle you look forward to seeing at the holidays. He's with the people. James, we're going to throw it down to you. Meet some of these fine people behind us.
On?
You're on, James.
I've got one name, Iowa. Brian Burkhofer. He's working the pits here tonight with Ricky Thornton Jr. We've got a Clay Stuckey fan here. And look at this, Adam. Oh, Scott Bloomquist. We've got the Yin Yang. Once they put me on the tail, the show was over. Right? We miss him. Are you a big Scott Bloomquist fan and a Clay Stuckey fan?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I'm going for Devin Moran, starting on the front row, pull side. Every time I've been to a big race this year, I have called it World 100, Ricky Thornton Jr. But tonight here at Knoxville, Iowa, I'm going with the pull, and I'm going with Devin Moran.
What about it? Have you had one of those pole position drinks?
No, I have not.
Where are you from?
Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. We're out in Illinois.
Quincy,
Illinois. We're glad to have you. Have you been to Knoxville before? Is this your first time?
This is my second time.
All right. You're going with Devin Moran.
Yes.
All right. I won't tell you your name because you're probably in the witness protection program, aren't you?
Well, James, they saw her face.
Yeah.
That's what messes up witness protection.
Yeah.
That's
not how that works. That's not how that works, James.
Come on over. Come over here, young man. Yeah. Where's our kid that had the mullet? He's not up here yet. You don't have a mullet.
Which one?
Are you ready for it? What's your name?
Easton Vincent.
Easton Vincent? That's a great racing. DJ, that's a great racing name. Easton Vincent. I love it. Where are you from?
South Dakota.
South Dakota. You ready for Hudson O'Neill tonight?
Yeah.
Have you been to Knoxville before?
Yep.
Pretty cool place, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. If Hudson can't win, who would you like to see win?
He's gonna win.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
I love it.
Sit down, James.
No doubt about it. Take it to the. You gonna put him in your dirt draft? You know what dirt draft is?
Heard of it, but don't have it.
You don't have it.
I love this kid.
You also can't go to the Slide Job Bar either. So.
No.
All right. Well, enjoy the show, all right?
He's
you have a
taller
good
than
time.
me and DJ. I'm surprised.
All right,
He
who else?
sounded very
Come on,
disappointed that he
there's
couldn't
our-
go.
Look at this right here. Move over Rick Eckert and Davey Johnson from 1992 because this kid's got the mullet. What is your name?
Owen.
Owen? I used to have hair that long, by the way. That's been a long time ago. Where are you from, Owen?
Missouri.
Missouri? You got a Hudson O'Neal shirt on. You going to pick him to win tonight?
I got RTJ.
I love this. This is awesome. All right, if RTJ can't win, are you going to pick Hudson?
Bishop.
Hey, James, I'm curious. Are you going to pick anybody that doesn't have a Hudson T-shirt on? I feel like
might-
there's a pattern here. You're being a
Well,
home
he
stater
might
right
pick
now.
River the dog over Hudson at this point, the way it's going right now. Hey, have you been to Knoxville before?
Nope.
Nope. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Are you glad to talk to me or not?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. All right, let's get a Bobby Pierce fan over here. I assume, hey, never assume anything because guys that have shirts on have picked other people. Are you picking Bobby Pierce?
Yes.
You've got a Cruz Burkhofer koozie.
The next champion.
Turn that at our camera right there, 16C.
Yep. Muscatine, Iowa.
There you go, two-time winner of this race. Where are you from?
Muscatine, Iowa.
Muscatine, Iowa, home of the Madmen.
Man, yep.
It's good to see Berkey back helping Thornton. How about that?
Yes, it is.
So are you going with Pierce then tonight?
I'm going with Berkey.
That would.
If
Well, to
Brian
the bar.
Burkhofer wins tonight, that's a storyline that we haven't even discussed.
Also, kids, be good. Santa Claus is here. He's got Fred G. Sanford's hat on, but he's here. You big dummy.
Hey, let me tell you a secret. Those guys, they're drinking nothing but water. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. Bring the Brian Burkhofer show over here. Look at this right here. Look
There
at
he
this.
is. There he is.
The 15B. There he is. What's your name, sir?
Dane Thorson.
Dan. Okay. What?
Dane.
Dane. Okay, Dane. Sorry about that, Dane. How long have you been a Berkey fan?
25, 30 years?
Yeah, we miss seeing him on the track, don't we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We love him.
Do you think he could lead Ricky Thornton Jr. to another Lucas Oil title?
I sure hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your greatest memory of Berkey? The 2 wins here at Knoxville, right into the last one, the last lap. Scott Bloomquist passes Scott Bloomquist coming to the checker. That was a great moment, wasn't it?
That was awesome. He deserved it.
He deserved it. He deserved it. So, who's going to win tonight?
RTJ.
RTJ? All right.
And if he can't win it, Davenport.
Davenport, okay, there you go. All right. Hey, thank you. That is a great shirt. That is a great shirt. Come on over here. We got to talk to you. You got Art. Is that who you're picking tonight?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Dubuque, Iowa.
Dubuque, Iowa. I like that. Dubuque Speedway. Yes. There you go. How long have you been a Thornton fan?
10 years.
That's a while. That's a while. So you think he's going to get it done here tonight?
Yes.
Did you watch him win Eldora?
Yes.
Yeah. That was a good call there on the Flow broadcast, wasn't it? Me and Dustin and Ben. That was a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good call. I appreciate it. We thank you. Dustin and I thank you. It's nothing but water, but we're good to go. We don't have a 50-50 as big as Eldora, but we'd like to get at that point, right?
Right.
All right. How long have you been coming to Knoxville?
20 years.
20 years? So have you been to all of them?
All but one.
Which one did you miss?
First one.
That Berkey won?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
James, I challenge that gentleman. I want a sentence that has more than 5 words in it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I feel like I'm
Give it to
interviewing Dennis Erb Jr., but anyway.
Ask him what the very first race he went to was.
The very first race you went to, where was it? Was it in Dubuque, Iowa?
Yeah.
Okay, I got nothing.
There you go. Well, thank you. Hey, we got a B5 Brandon. Well, yeah, Super Shep, Brandon Shepard. Where are you from? Are you from Illinois?
Farley, Iowa.
You're from Farley, Iowa.
Raceway.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, absolutely. So Brandon Shepard, he's obviously in the Rocket One. Is that who your pick is tonight? Even though you're wearing his B5 shirt.
I sure hope he gets it done.
Hope he gets it done. Rocket One's never won this race.
He's due.
How long you been coming to Knoxville?
Probably 15, almost 20 years.
You come here for any sprint car racing?
No, I got to get here for the Nationals.
Who's your favorite sprint car driver while I'm at it here?
Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson. That's not bad.
Never
That's
heard of
not
him.
bad. All right. Hey, come on up here, buddy. We got to give Garrett Alberson some love. How about it, Scotty?
Scotty DeYoung. Scotty DeYoung.
Scotty DeYoung.
Scotty too tall.
We talked earlier. Yeah. How about this, Mr. T Starter said? But anyway, Garrett Alberson, you're sticking with it all night long, right?
Sticking with Alberson, yes, sir.
All right. You think he's going to get it done, get a career win here tonight?
He's got a fast car. He looked good Thursday night. Yeah, I'm taking him all the way.
All right. Anybody else you got as a dark horse? What about Turbo?
Alberson.
He's sticking with Alberson all the way through, right? He's going to lap the field, right?
He can try.
There you go. You can't beat that. How long? Now, you've been coming to Knoxville for a while, Scotty, right?
Second time here.
Second time ever.
First time was in the booth with you last year.
It was. That was quite an honor for me to be with you there last year. And how about Dustin and Ben? You think they do a pretty good job, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. We'll give them a shout out too. All right, Scotty. Garrett Alberson's a pick here. Who else we got here? We got a Thornton. We got a. There's my buddy. You got to do one for Tyler Brody. Yeah, he's not coming back tonight, but yeah, man, let's give him a shout out.
Hey, Tyler, this is a shout out to you. Hope things are getting good, and hope to see you back racing again. It was a misfortune Thursday night in the race, and hope everything's going good, and hope to see you back at the races.
Very good. Sounds good. All right. Appreciate it. Dallin Murray fan. I saw you at Florence. Man, I see you everywhere now, don't I?
Yep.
Are you following me around? Do you like that, don't you? That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah,
We have a good time there. FloRacing Lucas Oil Series. If Dallin Murray's going to be running in the Malvern Bank Series tonight, who's going to win the Lucas Oil $75,000?
I think I gotta stick with my gut. RTJ.
RTJ? Okay. If he can't win, who do you want to win?
Big Sexy.
Big Sexy.
He was pointing at you, James.
Yeah, right. Right. Hey, good to see you, man. You never know where I'm going to see you at. Did you like Florence, by the way?
I love Florence.
I love Florence too. I love y'all, Florence, y'all. Hey, we got to get a Davenport fan in here, right? I assume you're rooting for Davenport, right?
Yes, I am.
Where are you from?
Audubon, Iowa.
What's your first name?
Grady.
Grady? How long you been a race fan?
A while.
That's what it says on my resume, a while, yeah. Very good. So how long is this your first trip to Knoxville?
No.
No, you've been here before. Who won when you were here before?
I was here for a truck series.
Oh, the truck series. All right, are you a sprint car fan too? You're from Iowa, you got to be a sprint car fan too, right?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite sprint car driver?
Brad Sweet.
There you go. All right.
The big cat.
The big cat. All right. Anybody?
James, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What is your all-time favorite Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals memory?
Oh, man. I don't know.
This.
Probably the Burkhofer Bloomquist finish, right? It has to be, right? Everybody, right? Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought, right?
Burkhofer liked it. That's for sure.
Ben, we got a Billy Moyer.
The GOAT.
Comp Cam, yeah, going to win the Comp Cam Series this year. We wish he was here, the Iowa native, but since Billy's not here, who's going to win tonight?
Well, there's about 15 that can win it. It's so hard to pick one, but I know there's a lot of people around here rooting for RTJ, so that's kind of where we're at.
Where are you from? Are you from Iowa?
Yeah, we're from Mount Pleasant.
You've been here before, I assume?
Several times. 2010,
the sweep.
Sweep, yeah.
Sweep.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, hopefully he'll be back someday. Right?
Yeah, time's catching up with all of us older guys, you know, but...
Hey, James, let's check it.
You say all of us older guys.
Yeah, all of us, we're old. James, let's check that gentleman's knowledge of trivia.
Yeah.
Moyer swept it in 10. One other driver in all time in 20 years has swept it. Let's see if that gentleman knows that driver's name.
Mike Marlar.
Nope.
No.
It was in 2023, and it was a guy whose name rhymed with Ricky Thornton Jr.
Wow, that was good. An IMCA stock car driver did it.
I mean, Dallin Murray could be the next guy in a couple of years.
The fact that James hasn't even mentioned IMCA stock cars in my favorite racing state is a little disappointing. He needs another pole position punch from the slide.
Well, we still got
car.
3 hours. We're good to go.
You know what? James gets to do what James wants to do. So
That's all right. Do I have time for a couple of more? As the ambulance comes in, I don't know.
James,
absolutely.
James, you're getting them all worked up.
James, you're in the wild. This is your world. We're just living.
Well, we
got
to talk to our friends at Big River Steel, right? I mean, they're a huge sponsor of the Lucas Oil Series. Now, you got mixed emotions, both of you, right? Because you got Moran and O'Neill. If you had to pick one, just between you and I, if you had to pick one, who would it be?
Anybody with BRS on the hood.
Anybody with BRS on the hood. That's fair enough. What, same way with you, folk? You, sir?
Same way. Maybe the 99 tonight, though.
Hey,
Maybe
James,
the 99.
James, we have a new rule. They said Scott Coleman gets interviewed all the time. Natalie wants to get interviewed moving forward. So Natalie, right there, is your spokesman for Big
Natalie,
River
you
Steel.
did fine.
I understand they over 700 million pounds of steel they're going to make this year. And Natalie's going to tell us how they make the steel. Take it away, Natalie.
I work at U.S. Steel, so we really do make the steel.
Oh, take
I
that,
love
Scott
it, yeah.
Coleman. I like it.
And Natalie, the new plant is up and running now. Two plants right there, right in Arkansas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's big news for all of us. That's great.
Well, and jokes aside, they do so much to support racing. You see it with the series, you see it on the race
Yeah.
cars, the events. And Scott Coleman, back to the U.S. Steel days. Remember the USA Nationals? That's
Yeah,
one of the first time
absolutely.
we worked with U.S. Steel. And some guy named Josh McGuire was sponsored by U.S. Steel
He
as
is
well.
going to be the Grand Marshal for the Harvest 50 at Jeff Burnett's Skyline Speedway, by the way, a three-time winner of the Harvest 50.
Right on
How about
cue,
that?
the Big River Steel
Yeah.
banners
we
on the
have
back
time?
straightaway.
Yeah. Hey, real quick here, James, go ahead and grab another one. But
One more,
the fans here, how about it for everything they do? They are a United States of America country. How about it for Big River Steel?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Great folks. And Tiffany, I think James has caught up with one more
Can
fan
I do one
back
more
here.
before hot
Yes, sir.
laps?
Of course you can.
We got surely you're a Tyler Erb fan. Yeah. A lot of people are Tyler Erb fans. Are you rooting for him to win tonight?
I'm rooting for all of them to win.
You're
Whoever
rooting
wins,
for all of them.
Yep. Happy for any of them.
Then why are you wearing a Tyler Erb shirt? I guess you like him, or you like his dog better than whatever. What do you like?
You gotta love the turbo,
Uncle T?
Yeah, the personality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay, how long you been coming to Knoxville?
Oh, maybe 7 years.
7 years. Okay, what's your favorite memory here?
I'd say Mike Marlar.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if he had now to the ride he'll be in a ride probably coming up in mid-October. But we miss him. The only driver to win this race 3 times. But so you're picking the field tonight. You don't have one in particular, a gut feeling on anybody?
I got a gut feeling. I think it's going to be Moran.
He's going to be Moran. All right. Well, guys, I think we'll leave it on that. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Have you drank all 3 of those? Yeah. Is that a pole position? Yeah. Or are they pretty good? What's it made of?
Vodka and yummy stuff.
I like that.
There's ice and a straw in there, too.
I like that answer. Guys, I'm going to take it back to you because I got to head upstairs because we got to be hot lapping there in a little bit.
Well, I mean, I have to as well, but yes, go ahead. It's fine. It's all good. Hey,
Well, how fun was that?
that was a lot of fun. Hey, those of you that are still here behind us, how about it for James Essex, the goat?
The GOAT.
Absolutely.
There's
James
only
in the
one.
wild.
There's only one. That was fun, DJ. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and we've had a lot of fun here this weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun as well. You're going to be in the infield
Yes,
pit
sir.
reporting tonight. I'm going to be trying to keep James, at least a somewhat tight leash on him up in the press box. Those of you that are watching at home live on FloRacing, don't go anywhere because we're going to step aside for a set of commercial breaks. When we come back, we should be just about ready to get underway with Dirt Draft Hot Laps here live from Knoxville Raceway. It's the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals.
Well, welcome back to the 21st Annual Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals, presented by All Makes Collision. James Essex, Ben Shelton, Dustin Jarrett, Anthony Ainsley tonight. Coming up first will be the Malvern Bank East and West Series with their invite. Their hot lap session will be coming up. Glad you can make it up, brother. Great show. Great show. We'd like to thank everybody that tuned in and watched our pre-race show from Knoxville Raceway. This place is buzzing here tonight, and the suites are full and people coming in here, and this is going to be an awesome night of racing. And we're going to crown a richest late model winner ever, Dustin Jarrett, in the history of this racetrack that we started in 1901. $75,000 to win here tonight. Are you ready? Good to have you.
Hi, thank you. Yes,
welcome upstairs.
Boy, you were a man of the people down there.
We have to do that every big race, shouldn't we?
I love it. I love it. It was great.
It was great. Talking to the fans, and that's what it's all about. And
it was awesome.
Awesome. And we got 2B mains coming up a little bit. Their hot lap session for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And well, this vantage point up here, first time you've been up here this week. And
yes, I know.
How about this crowd out here down? My goodness sakes, what a great autograph session it was earlier today.
The autograph session had people lining up about 45 minutes in advance to get there. And the crowd, despite some of the things you might hear at home, the crowd has been good here, especially last night. The crowd was good. Homecoming here in Knoxville as well. And, a person explained to me really well, right, that you've got over 500 people in all the suites on the back straightaway. You've got a few hundred in the suites here on the front side, the fans in the stands. Winner share of the 50-50 was $3,000 last night. You put about 3,000 people in most local racetracks, and it's filled. It's completely full.
14,000 this place will hold on the front stretch
just
alone.
on the front side.
Yeah, just on the front side alone.
You have only 3,000 people on the front side. I mean, it's barely 20% full.
And my friend, what a great night of racing last night, wasn't it? I mean, Thursday night we battled the weather, Wednesday and Thursday, but last night they were on point. On point
Oh,
last
there's some
night with
lights.
this racetrack.
Hey, yeah, Brian
there you
Clausen,
go.
Sweet Tower. We see you.
Hey,
we see you over there.
Hey, we had the auction earlier, DJ, on the second floor of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, 11:30. They raised $10,000. $10,000. How about that? Congratulations to everybody that bought something, and that's awesome. And, man, the vendors have been very busy, and I'm looking forward to it. You got Brian Burkhofer in the house. What else could he ask for? Right?
Absolutely.
Hey, great interview last night.
Yes,
great interview
talked
last
to
night.
Berkey. Absolutely. That was great. That was outstanding. That was good stuff. That was good stuff. It's good to see Berkey back at the racetrack, and he's going to be helping out Ricky Thornton Jr. in the SSI or the Kohler Motorsports team. Boy, that was a flashback to a year and a half ago. The Kohler Motorsports team here for the rest of the 2025 racing season, and Zach Frios and the rest of the crew, they're going to try to maybe guide our TJ to a second straight Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series championship.
How about the last two nights? Garrett Alberson won here on Thursday night. Devin Moran last night. Neither one of them had ever won at Knoxville, so we have like 52 late model winners over the many, many years that they've had late models here at Knoxville. Of course, I mean, they run, 360, 410s each and every Saturday. Do you realize that their regular purse every Saturday night is like $73,000?
It's incredible.
Unbelievable.
It's incredible. They do a lot of great stuff here. The crossover happening. There's Adam Martz and Ben Shelton making their way across the racetrack, too. If I was really mean, I would have tossed it to Ben right there. But I'm not.
He will be down there doing the top three. And, again, this is the final night, as we mentioned in the pre-race show, the Big River Steel Big Four. Those four are locked into the championship battle. And right now, it's 40 points between first and second, Ricky Thornton Jr. and Jonathan Davenport. So we'll keep an eye on that, how many positions ahead that Davenport has to finish to get $10,000 bonus here tonight. There you see the wins. You take that times 10. Now those are actually full field point races, right?
Yes.
So now, Davenport, Moran, they got a few more than that, but what really, Thornton's all 13 of his have been full field victories. So there you take that. So he will have the advantage when we head to Brownstown, which will be a points race Friday and Saturday.
Pittsburgh Friday, Pittsburgh Saturday, and then the Dirt Track World Championship.
Yeah, really cool format. Actually talked to all 4 of those drivers. That's a special segment that's going to be airing on FloRacing here over the course of the next couple of days. I talked to all of them about that, just a slightly different format this year. All very much in favor of it, all very much enjoyed it. And again, 5 races, anything can happen, right? I mean, you've got 3 racetracks coming up: Brownstown, Pittsburgh, and Eldora. They're really and truly 3 completely different racetracks. I know you've got a big half mile at Pittsburgh, big half mile at Eldora, right? But you talk to any one of the drivers in the pit area, whether it's those 4 or someone else. Look at that throwback shirt, by the way. And they will tell you that Eldora, Pittsburgh, completely different racetracks. You remember when
the
Steve
Kenny
Kinzer,
Bernstein 26.
Yes, that's right.
By the way, a shout out to Dave Argabright. The brand new Kinzer book is, of course, Kinzer in Knoxville. I mean, is there anything more synonymous? And that new book available, DaveArgabright.com, and it is out. I got a copy of it. I don't know if you have a copy of it yet, but great book. Love the pictures. Love the story that only Dave Argabright can tell. And, man, DaveArgabright.com to pick up the latest book called Kinzer.
Absolutely, and Malvern Bank late models in the staging lane for hot laps right now. And it looks like they're yep, there it is. They flipped the lights on to yellow. Anthony Ainsley, our good friend, going to be jumping on for the call for the Malvern Bank late model series. As they invited 24 drivers to race with them here this weekend from both the Malvern Bank East and the Malvern Bank West series. And Anthony, they're going to be led out by a driver that has 15 wins across 2 different divisions this season. It's the game changer out of Chelsea, Iowa, Dallin Murdy.
That's right. You got it right there, Justin. We're ready to go for...
Anthony, you got to act like you've done this before. Anthony, get on the wrong headset over here. I mean, there's Jacob Hobscheit out of Plattsmouth, Nebraska, the next driver on the race. Good thing I know these IMCA guys,
thank
right?
God for good direction, right?
That's right. But
yeah, you see Bill Layton Jr. out there on the track from La Vista, Nebraska, our defending West Series champ. Again, still looking for that first win on the West Tour this year. Of course, you saw Jacob Hofscheid, our West Series Rookie of the Year points leader, and Dallin Murdy, currently tied for second in the East Series standings. There's a good look at J.C. Wyman out of Griswold, Iowa. J.C. Wyman, another driver looking for his first win in 2025 with the Tour. A good shot there. As I believe a little bit further back on the back straightaway, if we could get a shot. There is the Iron Man, Daryl DeFrance from Marshalltown, Iowa. That is the Hay Construction Arnold Motor Supply number 99D. Of course, always good to see Daryl, one of the 4 to 5 drivers that are running both the East and the West Series in 2025. And the only repeat winner here at the Knoxville Raceway with the Malvern Bank Series, that being Tad Pospisil from Norfolk, Nebraska. He won our first visit here, I believe, back in 2017. Also picked up a win here back in 2021 as well. Correction, so 2018. There's the East Series points leader and our Dirt Track Bank Elite 8 Series points leader. That is Dylan Thornton out of Belle Plaine, Iowa, by way of Santa Maria, California. The Kai family owned a number 3018. 7 wins on the Malvern Bank Tour this year. That leads all drivers. A little bit right behind him. Driver currently tied with Dallin Murdy for second in the championship standings. That is Chad Simpson from Mount Ayr, Iowa, 2-time East Series winner this year. The driver of the Johnson Holding Company, Randy Davidson Trucking, number 25. Has wins at Mason City and Winneshiek Raceway this year. Charlie McKenna joining us tonight as well. Charlie McKenna coming to us from Ames, Iowa. He drives the My Yield Seed Treaters number 22, the MB Custom chassis on your screen. These drivers getting a couple of quick laps around. Brian Kaziski also on the Speedway, the driver from Papillion, Nebraska. Brian driving the Albelt Custom Homes TB & Company number 52. Also on the Speedway, the reigning East Series champion. That'll be Andy Eckridge from Oxford, Iowa, the Precision Performance Stutzman Ag Solutions number 56. Again, missed a couple of rounds on the East Tour, so not in the championship hunt, as we also have Dave Eckridge in the field tonight. Got to send a shout out to, I believe, Dave's wife celebrating a birthday tonight. So happy birthday, I believe, Jamie Eckridge. So big happy one. Hopefully that powers the 58 to victory lane tonight. Still looking for his first win on the 2025 calendar. And these drivers coming around, maybe to help pack the track a little bit as we get a look at Sherrill, Iowa's Jeff Tharp at the Calco Spray Coatings Dottie's Cafe, number 10T. You saw him just to the inside of him believe if we can move one more up, there is the West Series points leader, currently 4th in the East Series. That is Team Crazy, Jesse Sobbing from Malvern, Iowa. Only one win on the Malvern Bank Tour this year. Your 2025 IMCA Super Nationals champion as well for late models, Jesse Sobbing. He was our Ray Houck Memorial winner back at the Adams County Speedway. Also on the Speedway, CJ Horn from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, one of our East Series Rookie of the Year contenders. Of course, his grandfather, Fred Horn, being part of the class of 2025 for the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame this year. Great shot there at CJ. Still looking for that first win of the year. Same goes with the 15C out of Newton, Iowa. That is Kurt Schroeder, the former Iowa State Cyclone cornerback out there in the Pre-Owned Autos of Des Moines Jet Drain Services entry. Take a look at who else is on the Speedway. There's Dylan Silman, young man out of Alvo, Nebraska. Picked up his first ever Malvern Bank Series win to kick off the season for the West Series. That was over at the Central Missouri Speedway in Warrensburg, Missouri. Unfortunately, they hurt the motor in their open car in a testing session in Nebraska last week. So unfortunately, they didn't bring the open car here. But good to see Dylan Silman here from Alvo, Nebraska, former modified ace. Also, we got the Moscow Mauler, Nick Moroff, our Tony Stewart tribute winner from the CJ Speedway in Columbus Junction, Iowa. Of course, Nick Moroff calls Moscow, Iowa home, and the Moroff Genetics, Penn Avenue Farms, number 33. Of course, that Tony Stewart tribute win, that was his first career Malvern Bank Series win of his career. Corey Zeitner coming off a turn number 4, currently 4th in the West Series standings out of Bennington, Nebraska. He drives the Zeitner & Sons Trucking Clark's Lawn Care, number 26 junior. Yet another good look there at Dylan Silman's machine, that XR1 rocket. And these drivers just helping to get the racing surface rolled in as you get a former Rookie of the Year with the E-Series. That is Anamosa, Iowa's Fred Remley on your screen. The J.A. Hoffman Trucking Stribling Construction, number 42. Good look at there, and there is another member of the class of 2025 for the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame. That is Kyle Burke, the 7-time Malvern Bank Series champion from Marquette, Nebraska, the Speedy Mart Aurora Co-op sponsored number 14. He's been a runner-up finisher here at the Knoxville Raceway in the past. As we get another good look at Jacob Hopscheid's machine, again, current West Series Rookie of the Year points leader, the Henry Hopscheid Motors NW Transfer sponsored number 01. Right now, the driver's going to head back into the pit area and get ready for our first group of Deathridge Opticians Hot Laps. Again, a big shout out to Deathridge Opticians for being our Hot Lap sponsor. Each time we are here with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series, I believe the overall fast time in Hot Laps will receive a $50 gift certificate. So it does, in fact, pay to win Hot Laps with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Tonight marks the 7th all-time visit for the Malvern Bank Series here to the Knoxville Raceway. We have had 5 different winners in the past 6 races. I mentioned before, Tad Pospisil, the only repeat winner here with the series at the Marion County Fairgrounds. Not to mention, we only have 3 races remaining on the Malvern Bank schedule after tonight's action here at the Knoxville Raceway. Next Friday and Saturday, we have got a kind of a Kansas City area doubleheader. Next Friday night, we'll be at the Lakeside Speedway down in Kansas City, Kansas. After that, we make our debut at the US 36 Raceway in Osborne, Missouri. Both of those races are West Series only races, and then we finish out the year 2 weeks from tonight on October 4th at the Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. The final race of the season, the 3rd annual Pumpkin Dash over at the Adams County Speedway. Green lights starting to flash across the Knoxville Raceway. We are ready to get Deathridge Opticians Hot Laps underway. Dallin Murdy out there, 6 wins on the Malvern Bank Tour this year. And currently tied with Chad Simpson for 2nd in the point standings going into tonight's action. Again, championship points on the line for both tours, as well as for the Dirt Track Bank Elite 8 Series. Dylan Thornton is the current Dirt Track Bank Elite 8 Series points leader coming into the Knoxville Raceway. You get a good look there at Bill Layton Jr. Again, Layton, the reigning West Series champion right now, coming into Knoxville. Right now, Bill Layton Jr. currently sitting 3rd in the West Series standings, currently 170 out of the lead. Tad Pospisil 2nd in the West Series points. He's 88 points behind Jesse Sobbing coming in. Pospisil right now, the overall fast time at, Dylan Thornton out of the top at an 18.855. Dallin Murdy will top that at an 18.285. Tad Pospisil 3rd at a 19.243. Bill Layton Jr. a 19.249. That's 4th fastest, while Jacob Hopscheid is 5th at a 19.419. So again, it's a complete program for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. We'll have Deathridge Opticians hot lap sessions. We'll follow that up with Kaiser Manufacturing qualifying to help set up our 3 heat races on the night. Of course, the points they accumulate through the qualifying and the heat racing process will help set up the top 16 to make it in. And plus, the top point earner after the heat races will have first chance at our Skyline Materials Lucky 6th Place Starter Challenge. I think that the starter challenge, I believe, is up to about $1,400. Anyone who can come from 6th and win tonight's Malvern Bank main event. Still Dallin Murdy on top right now as the checker flag flies. So again, the top point earner will have a first chance to start 6th in tonight's Malvern Bank main event. If they decline, then they go back to, I believe, the initial starting order for those top 6 from the points that they accumulated. So first round of Deathridge Opticians hot laps officially in the books. Dallin Murdy, the overall fast time, right now at 18.285 is the mark to beat. Session number 2 makes its way out onto the speedway as you get a good look at Brian Kosiski's machine now onto the speedway. Brian Kosiski, the Albel Custom Homes TV and Company A1 Crash Cars sponsored number 52, a slick machine racing engine between the frame rails on that Longhorn chassis. Of course, Andy Eckridge, I believe, behind Brian Kosiski in the 56. There you get a good look at the reigning East Series champion. Last year, of course, went right down to the wire between him and Chad Holliday for the championship, and it was settled by only 2 points between him and Holliday last year. Charlie McKenna also on the speedway here in our second hot lap session. Kurt Schroeder out there as well. CJ Horn, Chad Simpson, Dave Eckridge, and Kyle Burke, the other drivers in our second Deathridge Opticians hot lap session here tonight at Knoxville. Get a good look at Kurt Schroeder's machine. Of course, Kurt Schroeder currently sitting 11th in the West Series standings coming into tonight and sits 12th in the East. CJ Horn currently 7th in the East Series standings coming into tonight. Dave Eckridge in the 58, also on the speedway. He is 10th in the East Series standings coming into tonight. Only one career Malvern Bank Series win. That came back in 2021. That was our first trip to the CJ Speedway in Columbus Junction. Get a good look at Chad Simpson again. He and Dallin Murdy tied for second. His 2 wins on the year, both East Series races. First one came at Mason City Motor Speedway in the middle of June, and then about a week later, one at the Winneshiek Raceway for the King of the Bull Ring in Decorah, Iowa. Kyle Burke, the newly inducted National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame driver from Marquette, Nebraska, still looking for that first win on the year. Still to this day, he is the only driver to have won a series feature every year since the Malvern Bank Series' inception back in 2008. Andy Eckridge, like we mentioned, missed a couple of rounds this year, so unfortunately the 56 out of Oxford, Iowa, out of the championship title hunt here in 2025. But he is the reigning East Series champ. Andy Eckridge now the second fastest here in Deathridge Opticians hot laps at 18.452. Kurt Schroeder third at an 18.536. Kyle Burke currently 4th at an 18.598. Brian Kosiski 5th now at an 18.657. That's what you love to see. The racetrack starting to come into its own. It's starting to wind out, and it's getting fast. So Andy Eckridge now the second fastest overall here in Deathridge Opticians hot laps. Still Dallin Murdy on top of everyone, a 17.955. That is the mark to beat for the overall fast time here in Deathridge Opticians hot laps. Our third and final Deathridge Opticians hot lap session comes out before we get into, I believe, dirt draft hot laps for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series will be next up for your B-Main qualifiers. First down is going to be Nick Boroff out of Moscow, Iowa, the Moscow Mauler, our 2025 Tony Stewart Tribute winner. And it's not the Tony Stewart as in the owner of Eldora, but the innovator of the Paw Saver steering wheel. That Tony Stewart is the one we paid tribute to. As we see Jeff Tharp out of Sherrill, Iowa, another driver who's come oh so close to getting that first Malvern Bank Series win. We'll see if he can break through tonight here at Knoxville. Jeff Tharp in the Dottie's Cafe, Calco Spray Coatings number 10T. Couple more drivers sprinkled out throughout the field. You get another good look at Chad Simpson. Of course, he was in that last hot lap session. Dave Eckridge the same. I believe Dylan Stillman going to be featured in this next session out here. Of course, Dylan Stillman, one of our West Series regulars coming into tonight. Stillman currently sitting 12th in the West Series standings. Only 4 points ahead of Daryl DeFrance for 12th in the standings coming into the Knoxville Raceway. Get another good look at Dave Eckrich's machine. And the Precision Performance Mac Tools Allen Siri Construction sponsored Black Diamond chassis number 58. Like I mentioned, our 7th all-time visit here for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series at the Knoxville Raceway. We have had 5 different winners in the past 6 visits here. Tad Pospisil picked up 8 feature wins here back in 2018 and 2021. Jason Rowan won back here back in 2019. And then we had Jesse Sobbing winning here in 2022. Justin Zeitner in 2023. And last year, Jeff Eike scored a surprise victory here last season. Get a look at Corey Zeitner on the speedway as well. Zeitner, the Zeitner & Sons Transport number 26 junior. Currently 4th in the West Series standings coming into the Knoxville Raceway. CJ Horn also out there. We got Jason Haney out there. There's Jesse Sobbing, like we said, 1 win on the Malvern Bank Tour. Also has the 2025 IMCA Super Nationals title for the late model portion. Beautiful shot there of the Malvern Bank, Dirt Track Bank, Tanner Racing, number 99 of Sobbing. Like I said, our 2022 winner here at the Knoxville Raceway. So green flag drops on our 3rd and final Deathridge Opticians Hot Lap session for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Again, you can follow along with timing and scoring on the My Race Pass app. My Race Pass is the ultimate racing resource and the official race management system of the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. They are our official start zone sponsor with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series as we go underway. Nick Moroff going 4th fastest, and now Jeff Tharp goes 2nd at an 18.275, so track is definitely getting quicker. Dylan Silman now takes over the 2nd spot at an 18.177. Jesse Sobbing 11th fastest. Now Corey Zeitner up to 2nd at an 18.164. Sobbing gets bumped back to 13th at an 18.733 for his fastest lap time. Silman back to 2nd at 18.102 over Corey Zeitner's 18.164. Sobbing up to 4th now at an 18.171. Now Jason Haney, how about the Dubuque, Iowa winner? The driver from Webster City, Iowa, Jason Haney now 2nd fastest at a 17.963. A good lap there for the Haney-ac, the Snake Racing Body's Zeus chassis, the lone Zeus chassis. I think between, oh, and Silman already has trouble. And an unnecessary Skeeter spray there for the 35D as he grinds to a stop over in turn number 2. Just not what that team wanted to see. Again, they hurt their open motor during a test session back in Nebraska last weekend. Did not bring the Cherry Bomb rocket out here, and unfortunately the Blueberry rocket has gone up in smoke. And a heartbreaker there. And you can see a good bit of fluid coming out of the front end of the 35D of Dylan Silman. Heartbreaker there, the young man out of Alvo, Nebraska, the S&S Welding Dirt Track Bank, Corn Grower State Bank sponsored number 35D. And what has been a breakthrough season for him. Unfortunately, the team has just suffered some bad luck. He's got the helmet off, thankfully, but definitely a very dejected young man there from Alvo, Nebraska. Hate to see that there. Hopefully the track crew will get hopefully some better looks there as we get a great look at that gorgeous Iowa sunset here overlooking, I believe, to the west of the Knoxville Raceway there. You just cannot beat the Heartland sunsets, whether it be Nebraska, be it Iowa, be it anywhere in between. But a gorgeous look there. So right now the track crew continuing to try to escort the 35D of Dylan Silman off the racetrack. Like I've said, another driver coming from racing pedigree. His father, longtime modified and sprint car racer Jeremiah Silman. Of course, Jeremiah's been making quite a few waves in the micro sprint scenes in the last several years back in Nebraska. Of course, Dylan Silman coming up through the modified ranks before making the jump to late models. I believe our Rookie of the Year for the West Series from 2 seasons ago, and just not the way he wants this night to go. So I believe the Knoxville Raceway track crew going to escort him off the speedway, try to maybe get some of that fluid rolled in, and before too long, I think we'll get Dirt Draft Hot Laps underway for the B-Main qualifiers for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And we mentioned, James and Dustin mentioned, this is going to be the richest Lucas Oil race here at Knoxville Raceway with $75,000. This is also tonight the richest Malvern Bank Series race here. Nutrient Ag Solutions stepping up big to add some extra prize money tonight. $4,900 going to the winner of tonight's Malvern Bank portion of the program. So definitely a couple of historical late model races here at the Knoxville Raceway as you get a look at the beautiful grandstand here at the Marion County Fairgrounds behind Old Glory. And not only that, you get the skater pit too as well. They've can't beat that. You got a little bit of a skating rink right outside turn 1 here at the Knoxville Raceway. Number of trailers there on Souvenir Row as well. So already a very adventurous start to the night. We had a great kind of a race day atmosphere on the midway, and now unfortunately some bad luck striking some of our Malvern Bank Series competitors here tonight. Again, a big welcome in to everyone tuning in live on FloRacing, overlooking the front stretch grandstand here at the Marion County Fairgrounds and the Knoxville Raceway. Final night of the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals, the 21st edition of this event. The big money on the line. So while the track crew continues to work their magic, we'll take a quick little pause for the cause. When we get back to it, Dirt Draft Hot Last for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is coming up next. Don't go away. We'll return to Knoxville. Welcome back to Knoxville Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa. Night number 3 of the 21st annual Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals presented by All Makes Collision Centers. We'll start clearing up the oil back there from Dylan Silman's car. And by the way, in hot laps for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series, Dallin Murdy the fastest, 17.955, as Anthony mentioned. And you saw a shot of the crowd, not too bad at all, folks. The suites, we've got people standing up top over there, and man, they're everywhere. Scott Coleman from Big River Steel joining me. And Scott, welcome back to Knoxville.
Well, thank you, James. It's good to be here. And like you said, there's a great crowd out there. Beautiful weather, and we should have a good event tonight.
Yeah, the weather looks good. It's cleared off a little bit here. So Thursday night, a little bit bumpy road. Had some weather on the Wednesday night when I was driving over, and then Thursday for a good part of the day. And then last night, a really good track from top to bottom, and that thing was slick as glass, and that was a heck of a show last night. And Devin Moran gets his first win at Knoxville. How about that?
Yeah, it was a good night for Devin. He made a nice move on Brandon there to get the win, and it was good racing.
You could have given him 2 slickest moves, right? Around Brandon and then through traffic, right? He split a couple of cars.
Split the traffic to get around him, yep.
This is such an historic place, of course, well known for sprint cars, the sprint car capital of the world. The late models have been coming here since 2004, and basically it's been the same format. I mean, we used to invert everybody in a heat race, it seemed like, like 10 spots or whatever many years ago when this first started. I've done all of them except the first one. And, I mean, last night was the Knoxville that I remember.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I remember when Brady Smith came from the back. Brady came from the back of the heat. And,
right.
Boy, you've seen some really, really good racing here over the years.
The farthest anyone's come to win this race. Well, of course, you had the spin and win by Shirley. He restarted 31st, but it's been Jimmy Owens started 18th. But one fact that I looked it up again this afternoon, no driver has led every lap of the main event. For the last 20 years on Saturday night, nobody's led from green to checkers. There's always been either lead changes, lead change. However, nobody's ever led all the way. That's a pretty impressive stat with this level of competition.
Absolutely. And, yeah, this track lends itself to some great racing, you know, and we saw that evident last night.
Yep. You see the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower here. Let's talk about Big River Steel. It's the final night of the Big River Steel Big Four. We're doing, let's see, what is that? That's $16,000. $10,000, either Ricky Thornton Jr. or Jonathan Davenport after tonight's going to get that bonus. 40 points separate those two. And then Devin Moran and Hudson O'Neill both in the final four. They're going to get $2,000 apiece. But thank you for what you do for the drivers and the series and everybody involved.
Well, it's, and we enjoy doing it. I mean, you have to give these team owners, the crew members and the drivers a lot of credit. I mean, we started this in January, and here we are in late September, coming down to the final four, and they're going to fight it out with 5 races left, and the best man will win.
There you go. And in 5th place, there's a battle between Brandon Shepard and Garrett Albertson. That's for $100,000, so that's not too bad at all. But the money available nowadays to not only late model, but sprint car drivers as well is the best it's ever been, Scott.
Yeah, it's impressive. And, you know, the increase is much appreciated, I know, by the owners and drivers and crew members. And I think the sport's headed in a good direction. A lot of good young drivers, a lot of good car owners.
Yeah, and in the Lucas Oil Series, we have 11 races that pay $50,000 or more to win, which is incredible. I did some figuring today, Scott. The top 10 in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series championship point standing so far this year have earned $2,255,164. Over $2 million. And we still have, what, 5 races to go yet?
Yeah.
Incredible.
If you would have said that 10 years ago, who would have thought that was possible?
Unbelievable. It's just tremendous as the sport of dirt late model racing grows. And again, next weekend we'll be at Brownstown, Indiana, then Pittsburgh. Will you come see us at Pittsburgh since you're a native Ohioan?
Well, I'm going to be at Eldora.
Right?
Yeah.
You're going to be at Eldora. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm not going to ask you to pick to win tonight because obviously you've got interest in O'Neill and Moran, right? But you just want to see a good race, and if those two guys win, hey.
Yeah.
You'll be on the stage anyway, though, right?
I'm going to be like Herb Street and not call the win. I can't call it
the
tonight.
Race you're at, right?
Yeah.
Right, but you weren't down for a pre-race show. Your cohorts were.
Yeah.
You were not there.
Yeah, I let them. They were blowing up my phone from Arkansas. They were watching your show, and they wanted to see them get on TV, so we appreciate it.
All right, Frank Heckenash Jr., fastest in this Dirt Draft Hot Lap session, 17.527. Hey, it's always good to see Brian Burkhofer, right? He's helping Thornton out, and with Dustin talked to him last night, but that guy's a legend, obviously, in the state of Iowa.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, whether it was Cedar Lake or Knoxville, anywhere in between, Brian certainly was the most popular.
How about that with Thornton, though? Last year, Chris Madden comes in and joins the team at the end of the year. They win the title. Burkhofer's coming in to help Zach and the boys, and who knows, right?
Yeah.
Could be a good luck charm for him.
Lightning strikes twice. Yeah.
But Brian's son, Cruz, racing IMC late model, so maybe someday he'll be here at Knoxville as you see the next group of cars on the racetrack. So I guess I'll see you at Eldora, the big finale. Hey, don't forget, tickets and camping still on sale. For those that couldn't get in Eldora a few weeks ago, you weren't there, right, for the World? They're still filing at it. I think they're still campers. They had over 4,000 campers at Eldora a few weeks ago, and over 20-some thousand people. But anyway, camping and tickets on sale. We got the Donago bike and all that. If you go and get pre-registered for that, you will get, if you order tickets, pre-race tickets, you're eligible to win prize package, 3 prize packages that'll be drawn the week of the Dirt Track World Championship. And again, that'll be coming up at Eldora Speedway. Carl Schwartz Dirt Track World Championship, $100,000 to win. It's $250,000 to win the points. So if someone can do both of those, $350,000 in one night.
Yeah,
that could be possible.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. But thank you for all that you do for us. Man,
well, I appreciate
you
having me.
We appreciate you. No problem. And we do have some double stuffed Oreos. Do you like those in case? We got some ice cream up here or whatever else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take them over to your suite or whatever. Hey, thank you. Glad to be here. And this is just a fabulous facility.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just top notch.
Looking forward to a great race.
Yep. All right, Scott. Scott Coleman from Big River Steel, thank you very much. Appreciate it. All that you do for the drivers and the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Justin Clark on the flag stand. He is the son of the Hall of Famer Doug Clark. As the next group of hot lap cars on the racetrack, this will be Group UNOH B-Main number 2 cars. And that'll have Chad Simpson, Tad Pospisil, Clay Stuckey, Daniel Adam, Andrew Kosiski, Dylan Thornton, Dan Battaglia, Al Humphrey, and Junior Coover in this race. Again, we'll have 2 B-Mains tonight. We'll take the top 2 out of each of the, I'll make a top 3 out of each of those B-Mains. So 24 drivers are locked into the show.
Just started eating my ice cream.
There you go.
Throwing me back on.
Thank you. Hey, I want to mention one thing. I know there were some questions about Tyler Brenning. Tyler, still, he's probably a little sore from the other night. Got contact with the wall. He is not here tonight. People are wondering, okay, they see the lineups. He had more points than the guys, some of the guys who were in the show. Here is what has been put into place. It's been, I don't know how long. If you run, you got to run both nights. You would be eligible for the 24-car field. All right, locked in. If you miss a night or run only one night, the best you can start is on the pole of a B-Main, and that's where Tyler would have started at here tonight. So I wanted to clarify that. And you say, well, how come he had more points than, let's say, Clay Harris or Jesse Sobbing? Well, he didn't run both nights. And that rule was, that was probably a Scott Bloomquist rule that was put in a few years back when he only raced one night.
There's never been any Scott Bloomquist rules in racing.
Remember when Donnie Schatz used to come here and run like on Thursday and then go run an outlaw show and hoping that got rained out on Saturday so he could come back. So all of that has been, you got to do both nights. I mean, we've had Andrew Kosiski last night, Tim Simpson and Tad Pospisil, and they're where they're at in their B-Mains here tonight. So just wanted to clarify that there for everyone.
I want to clarify that putting Oreos and peanut butter together in an ice cream frosty blizzard type treat is delicious.
Hey, you're welcome, DJ. I told you it was up there. You're welcome.
I don't know what Ben's talking about.
DJ makes it to roughly 30% of the races, but we're glad he can be here to get ice cream.
Hey, DJ, I mentioned a while ago with Scott, and we mentioned this last year. No drivers led wire to wire here. In this in the 20-year history of this race, no one has led all 75 laps tonight, or used to be 100 laps. No one's led all the way. So that's interesting. Keep an eye on that. And the farthest anybody has started to win was 18th by Jimmy Owens. And Chase Younghans is going to start 18th tonight, but who knows, right? Who knows? And how about a shout out to Chad Simpson?
Yeah.
If he makes this race, it'll be 15 times he has made this race. That's most of anybody that's still active here this weekend. His brother's been in it now 14 times. Brian Shirley 14 times. Jonathan Davenport 12 times. Younghans 10 times. And Brandon Shepard's made it 12 times. Still hard to believe Rocket One has never won this race. By the way, Josh Richards has led the most laps here and has not won it. Remember how close he's come?
How many laps is that? How many laps is that, Kevin Kovac?
A lot of laps, 100 and some laps.
It looks like we're just about ready to get underway with qualifying for the Malvern Bank late models. That will give me an opportunity to demolish this delicious ice cream Oreo peanut butter treat that I have and allow my good friend Anthony Ainsley to jump on board and give you qualifying for the 20. How many did you guys end up with, AA?
We got MJ's number. We got 23.
23 MJ's number. There you go.
Bubba's number too. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Then we got. No, this is late models. We got John Blankenship's number. 23.
Well done, sir. Well done.
There you go.
got Patrick Sheltra's number out
There you
there.
go.
All right, Tad Pospisil going to be the first one. It looks like in the staging lane for qualification time trials.
Yep. Qualifying time trials brought to you by Kaiser Manufacturing for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Overall fast time will receive a $100 gift certificate courtesy of Kaiser Manufacturing. Mentioned that with Deathridge Opticians, Dallin Murdy was the fastest, so he got a $50 gift certificate. So, like I said, does in fact pay to win hot laps. It does pay to win qualifying for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. This will help set up our 3 heat races later on this evening. I believe we got these groups will be separated by their heat races. So the same groups that they hot lapped in earlier tonight, they will qualify with the same group and set up the heat races in the same order. So yes, I believe we'll have about 3 to 4 cars come out. First 3 here in group number 1 will be the 04 Tad Pospisil. He'll be followed by the 01 of Jacob Hopscheid, and then the 4 J.C. Wyman. Tad Pospisil, the only repeat winner here at Knoxville, the driver out of Norfolk, Nebraska. He drives the Signer Trucking, Window World, One Source Solution, Dietz Well and Pump, 106 Kicks, Radio 2 Casa Mexican Restaurant number 04. It's a Scott Bailey powered Longhorn. Then we got Jacob Hopscheid out of Plattsmouth, Nebraska, the Henry Hopscheid Motors, NW Transfer, Scale Sales and Services, Weiss Excavation, Dynamic Drivelines, Wilson Motorsports, Elusive Racing Engines, Capital Chassis number 01. J.C. Wyman also on the speedway from Griswold, Iowa, the Clean Car Center, Wyman Body Works, Shore Motor Company, Larson Land and Livestock, Griswold American Newspapers and Printing, Rican Funeral Home, J.D. Wyman powered Longhorn. And Daryl DeFrance going to be out there as well, the driver from Marshalltown, Iowa, the in memory of Bob Moshman Trucking, Rumor Sports Bar, Hay Construction, Arnold Motor Supply, Nelson Fabrications, Area Insulation, Spec Power, Dixie Chassis, number 99D. Pospisil right now on top of the board, an 18.184. J.C. Wyman, an 18.363. Jacob Hopscheid, an 18.582. First lap for Daryl DeFrance, a 19.613. Pospisil better on lap 2 at an 18.042. Hopscheid not going to improve. He'll stay at an 18.582. Second lap for Wyman, also not as good. He'll stay on his opening lap at an 18.363 will be his mark. And final lap coming for Daryl DeFrance, also not as good. He'll stay at a 19.613. So Tad Pospisil the fastest out of the first 4. Next out on the track will be the 42 of Fred Remley. He'll be followed by the 24 of Bill Layton Jr. And then we got the 99X of Dallin Murdy. The 38T of Dylan Thornton will be the 4th car out. Fred Remley, former Rookie of the Year on the East Series out of Anamosa, Iowa. He drives the Phillips Enterprises, Storage to Go, J.A. Hoffman Trucking, Stribling Construction, Neutrina, Hallobuilt Racing Engines, Rocket Chassis, number 42. We got Bill Ayton Jr. out there as well, the driver from La Vista, Nebraska, the Taylor Quit Market, Duros Networks, Wright Speed Yards, Collins Home Creations, 5-Star Truck Center, Barker Grading, Scott Bailey powered Longhorn, number 24. Dylan Thornton out there as well, the current E-Series points leader out of Santa Maria, California, now calls Belle Plaine, Iowa home, the Peterson Insurance, Kai Farms Elevators, Tyler Madsen Trucking, Drake Excavating and Aggregates, Salty's Barbecue, Hoker Trucking, Hallobuilt Racing Engines, Longhorn Chassis, number 38T. And we got Dallin Murdy out of Chelsea, Iowa, currently tied for 2nd in the E-Series, the Stealth Oil Well Services, Murdy Farms, Quality Service, Bidwell Farms, Van Reese Motorsports, Performance Bodies, Wissota Spec Powered Longhorn Chassis, number 99X. And Murdy goes to the top, a 17.979. Bill Layton Jr. third at an 18.119. Dylan Thornton fourth at an 18.135. Layton not able to improve on lap number 2. Second lap coming from Murdy. Not going to improve either, a 17.979. Second lap for Thornton, also not going to be faster. He'll stay on lap 1 at an 18.135. So Dallin Murdy now number 1 here at Kaiser Manufacturing qualifying group number 1 at a 17.979. I believe that will be how we round out group number 1. So Dallin Murdy, a 17.979. That is the mark to beat for the overall fast time. First 4 cars here in group number 2 will be the 25 of Chad Simpson. He'll be followed by the 14 of Kyle Burke, the 52 of Brian Kosiski, and the 01 of CJ Horn. Chad Simpson, the second half of that tie for 2nd in the E-Series standings, the driver from Mount Vernon, Iowa. He drives the Johnson Holding Company, Randy Davidson Trucking, Weir's Machine, Venture Concrete, Moeller Farms, Simpson Farms, Pro-Powered Longhorn Chassis number 25. Then we got Kyle Burke, the 7-time series champ from Marquette, Nebraska, the Speedy Mart, Aurora Co-op, Strobel Manufacturing, Grease Truck Wash, Snap-on KD Tools, Stevens Brothers Bison Farms, Shepherd Racing Engines, Longhorn Chassis number 14. Then we got Brian Kosiski out of Papillion, Nebraska, the Albelt Custom Homes, TV and Company, A1 Crash Cars, Kosiski Auto Parts, Stumpy's Custom Creations, Imperial Tile, Slick Machine Powered Longhorn, number 52. And CJ Horn will round us out from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The Roberts Tire Services Horn Racing Engines Rocket Chassis, number 01. Chad Simpson so far the fastest after 2 laps in, 3 laps in. An 18.274 by Simpson is the fastest. Kyle Burke second at an 18.524. Brian Kosiski an 18.567. Second lap for Simpson is better at an 18.225. Second lap coming for Kyle Berg. He'll improve, but he'll stay second in 18.366. First second lap for Kosiski. He'll go to the top in 18.222. 18.222 for Brian Kosiski. And CJ Horn, he'll stick with lap 1 at an 18.951. So Brian Kosiski pulls a rabbit out of the hat. The Slick Machine Racing Engine slides its way to the top at an 18.222. Next 4 cars out will be the 56 of Andy Eckridge, the 58 of Dave Eckridge, the 22 of Charlie McKenna, and the 15C of Kurt Schroeder. Andy Eckridge, the reigning East Series champion on your screen from Oxford, Iowa. The Precision Performance, Stutzman Ag Solutions, Automatic Performance Bodies, Hallibuilt Racing Engines, Black Diamond chassis number 56. And then we got Dave Eckridge, also from Oxford, Iowa, in the 58, the Precision Performance, Mac Tools, Allen Searing Construction, Performance Bodies, Leading Edge Designs, Hallibuilt Powered Black Diamond. Then we got Charlie McKenna coming to us from Ames, Iowa. McKenna drives the My Yield Seed Treaters, Christie Door Company, Mech-Dine, Iowa, Everywhere 712 Media, Shore Motor Company, McKenna Innovations Group, Shepherd Powered MB Custom Chassis number 22. Then we got Kurt Schroeder out of Newton, Iowa, the Kurt Schroeder CPA, pre-owned out of Des Moines, Jet Drain Services, CRV Services, Ball Excavation and Plumbing, Iowa Water and Waste Systems, Shepherd Powered XR1 Rocket. Right now, Dave Eckridge, the fastest here in the second group, an 18.570. Kurt Schroeder goes fifth at an 18.799. Andy Eckridge, an 18.807. Second lap for Eckridge, not as good. He'll stay at that 18.807. CJ Horn, right now, an 18.951. Charlie McKenna, a 28.72. So Knoxville maybe not favoring that 22 very well. Schroeder up to fourth now at an 18.425. Schroeder finding some good speed here tonight here at Knoxville. He was good in hot laps, and now he is now fourth fastest here in group number 2. Brian Kosiski, the fastest overall here in group number 2. Still overall, the fastest lap is a 17.979. That was set by Dallin Murdy back in group number 1 as we get our third and final group just about ready to take the green flag. The first 4 cars out, looks like scheduled to be the 53 of Andrew Kosiski. He'll be followed by the 33 of Nick Moroff, the 26 junior of Corey Zeitner, and the 76 of Jason Haney. Andrew Kosiski currently 6th in the West standings and tied for, actually he's 6th in the East and tied for 6th in the West right now. Andrew Kosiski comes to us from La Vista, Nebraska. He drives the A1 Crash Cars, Kosiski Auto Parts, Zimbrata Drivetrain, Lyles Tires and Wheels, Albell Custom Homes, Connors Fight, Pro-Powered Longhorn Chassis number 53. Then we got Nick Moroff, the Tony Stewart Tribute winner from Moscow, Iowa, the Moroff Genetics, J.A. Hoffman Trucking, Grunwald Tiling, Penn Avenue Trucking, Dr. Keith Stanley, Hunts Construction, Simmons Powered Sniper Chassis number 33. Then we got Corey Zeitner out of Bennington, Nebraska, the Zeitner & Sons Transport, Monster Graphics, Clark's Lawn Care, Shepherd Racing Engines, Rocket Chassis number 26 Junior. So it looks like only 3 cars here in group number 3 to kick this one off. First lap for Kosiski will be an 18.508. First lap coming from the Moscow Mauler, Nick Moroff, an 18.666. We'll keep that bad omen away there. As lap number 1 for Zeitner goes to the top, an 18.126. An 18.126 according to my race pass for Corey Zeitner. Kosiski better on lap 2 at an 18.397. 18.397 for Andrew Kosiski on lap 2. Second lap for Moroff, not as good. He'll stay at an 18.666. Second lap for Zeitner, also not as good. He'll stay at an 18.126 for his fast lap. So Corey Zeitner finding some good speed here. Final 3 cars here in our third and final group. It'll be the 76 of Jason Haney, followed by the 99 of Jesse Sobbing and the 10T of Jeff Tharp. Jason Haney, our winner from Dubuque earlier this year from Webster City, Iowa. He drives the Nearing Construction, Carl Chevrolet, Dr. P, Gerber Auto, Jerry Goebel State Farm, Stein Heating and Cooling, Shepherd Powered Zeus Chassis number 76. And we got Jesse Sobbing, the current West Series points leader from Malvern, Iowa. He drives the Malvern Bank, Dirt Track Bank, Tanner Racing, Underdog Design Drawings, Anderson Woods, Kevin Stower Powered Capital Chassis number 99. Then we got Jeff Tharp out of Sherrill, Iowa. The Calco Spray Coatings, Dottie's Cafe, Sedbrooks Auto Care, Tri-State Cremation Center, Hollander Insurance, Pro-Powered Longhorn number 10T. First lap coming for the Haney-ac, Jason Haney. He'll be an 18.766. So Hollywood, 18.766. Sobbing will go third at an 18.524. First lap for Tharp. He'll go fourth now at an 18.556. An 18.556 for Jeff Tharp. That's fourth fastest here in group number 3. Second lap for Haney. He'll take the 4th spot back at an 18.532. Second lap coming for Jesse Saubing. Goes to 2nd at an 18.257. And second lap for Jeff Tharp. Not as good. He'll stay at an 18.556. So Corey Zeitner, the fastest here in group number 3 at an 18.126. But race fans, give it up. Tonight's Kaiser Manufacturing top qualifier tonight at a time of 17.979. He hails from Chelsea, Iowa. Give it up for the game changer, Dallin Murdy. So attention out to the crowd, Lindsay Maxwell. Lindsay Maxwell, if you got your ears on, we need you down to the main ticket office, I believe. Lindsay Maxwell, we need you down to the main ticket office. They have got something you might want back. Well, that'll do it for Kaiser Manufacturing qualifying time trials. Opening ceremonies are next up here on the finale of the 21st annual Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals. You're watching it all live here on FloRacing.
This is what you save your lunch money for. Welcome to the High Limit Room.
The My Race Pass app is your motorsports headquarters on race night. With over 800 organizations across multiple forms of motorsports, you'll always have the information you need in the palm of your hand. Race day information with official entries, lineups, live timing and drag racing timing slips, official results, point standings, announcer audio, fantasy racing, and so much more. Don't be left in the dark on race night. Download the My Race Pass app today in Google Play and the App Store. My Race Pass, the ultimate racing resource.
Hey race fans, have you set your Dirt Draft lineup yet? Dirt Draft is the fantasy racing app you can download right on your phone. Pick a team of 5 drivers within your $100,000 salary cap, and the better they do, the better you do. You earn points to spend in the Dirt Draft Speed Shop for all kinds of cool stuff, from t-shirts and hats, race tickets and pit passes, or even a season pass to FloRacing. New subscribers even get a free Dirt Draft t-shirt. Download the Dirt Draft app now from the Apple app or Google Play Store.
Hey, this is Kyle Larson, and you're watching the best pavement, dirt, and drag racing, all live on FloRacing. You have great racing on the track, you have great crowds.
400 race cars.
Laps to go. Corner number 4 at the line. Brandon Overton.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is back big for 2025 as the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP kicks off in January and concludes at the season finale at Eldora Speedway in October. Drivers will battle for over $1.3 million with $250,000 awarded to the series champion at Eldora Speedway. Don't miss the action all season.
You have to fight to pull ahead, to find your edge, to do whatever it takes to make you 1/10 of a second faster, smarter, more committed than the other guy, because you've got the kind of passion that can overcome the impossible. And we've got the most powerful performance race fuel available to help you do it. Sunoco Race Fuels. Take the lead.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini-mill technologies. By Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. And by Sunoco Race Fuels. Higher standards, higher octane, take the lead. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa for the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals presented by All Makes Collision. Final track preparations underway. Very nice crowd rolling in here to the Knoxville Raceway, and it's just about time to get underway with opening ceremonies here this evening. And with that in mind, we will ask those of you here on the grounds, if you would, to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps. First, for this evening's invocation, and to deliver tonight's invocation, we would like to welcome Mr. Brent Hanna from the First United Methodist Church of Knoxville and Columbia.
Would you pray with me? Well, loving God, we are thankful for this evening's weather, fit for great racing tonight. And we ask that you would bless our great nation and to watch over our military serving our country. We thank you for our veterans. God, we pray your protective blessings upon all of us gathered here this evening, both off and on the track, and for everyone who makes this great event a true classic. Thank you for another evening of spending time with family, with old and new friends, and with competitors. We pray all this in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Brent, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you at this time, if you are able to please remain standing, remove your caps, and we'll direct your attention to the Knoxville Raceway Victory Stage, where Ms. Maddie Cooper will honor us with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Race fans, how about Maddie Cooper and the job on the Star-Spangled Banner? Knoxville, one question, it's Saturday night. Are you ready to race here tonight? I believe them, guys. Let's kick off championship night here at Knoxville.
I can't wait. I love it, and I'm glancing at the cars in this first heat race for the Malvern Bank late models, and the IMCA nerd in me, Anthony, is checking out the modified graduates in this one with Dylan Thornton, Dallin Murdy, Jacob Hobscheit all out there.
Absolutely. I mean, we're still getting the mic switches figured out here. It's been a long weekend.
It's your first time announcing. It's okay.
Hard to find good help, you know.
That's right.
But nevertheless, yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of guys. We saw this even about a decade ago, all these big modified aces making the move to late models. We saw that mainly on the US MTS side, you know, guys like Ryan Gustin, Rodney Sanders, Jason Hughes, Jason Crone, and the list goes on. And we've seen it now with Jake Tim and Dustin Sorensen moving into late models as of late. And now we're seeing a lot of these stock car and modified drivers doing the same as well. Well, the Knoxville Raceway pace truck is heading out. We're ready to go for heat race number 1 here for the Malvern Bank Super Late Models. Your pole setter will be Anamosa, Iowa's Fred Remley in the 42. To his outside, it'll be Griswold, Iowa's J.C. Wyman in the 4. Row 2 on the inside, it'll be Belle Plaine, Iowa's Dylan Thornton in the 38T. On his outside, it'll be the 24. From La Vista, Nebraska, that is Bill Layton Jr. Third row back will be the 04 of Tad Pospisil from Norfolk, Nebraska. On his outside, tonight's number 1 qualifier from Chelsea, Iowa, it's the 99X of Dallin Murdy. Fourth and final row on the inside will be the 01 of Jacob Hobscheit from Plattsmouth, Nebraska. And rounding out the field from Marshalltown, Iowa, that is Daryl DeFrance in the 99D. 8 cars, 8 laps the distance here for heat race number 1 of 3 for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. These drivers will be getting finishing and bonus points throughout the heat races in conjunction with their qualifying efforts. And the top point earner will have a chance at a sweet bonus money opportunity courtesy of Skyline Materials with the lucky 6th place starter challenge. So whoever could start, who could possibly come from 6th in tonight's Malvern Bank main event, if they can win it, there's some good bonus money going to one of those drivers. Justin Clark gives the 1-to-go signal, and the green flag will be coming off at turn number 4 next time by. The Craig Chevrolet pace truck makes the left-hand turn off of turn 2 into the infield. We're ready to go. First of 3 heat races for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series here at the Knoxville Raceway. Final night of the 21st Annual Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals. Now, again, another big thank you to Nutrien Ag Solutions for putting up a lot of great money here for the Malvern Bank Series here at the Knoxville Raceway. And the journey towards Knoxville Raceway Victory Lane begins right here and now. Fred Remley and J.C. Wyman, they are your front row as we head down to the My Race Pass starting zone off of turn number 4. Heat number 3, Green for Glory here at Knoxville. Here we go. Off we go into 1. Dylan Thornton got the drop on everyone as he quickly takes the whole shot. Dilly up into the race lead to start this off. 3 wide there as Dallin Murray got pinched out of line. He goes side by side with Jacob Hopscheid right behind Bill Layton Jr. Meanwhile, lap 1 will go to Thornton. Fred Remley holds down the number 2 spot. He's got Tad Pospisil looking to the inside. As now we've got trouble in turn number 4. Bill Layton Jr., a tire has gone down. Specifically, a right rear has gone kaput. More than that, it's been through a meat grinder off of turn number 4. Some more sour luck for the reigning West Series champion, Bill Layton Jr. Not Coltman Farm sponsored, but we do have a caution out on the speedway. But tough right there for the Mark Wright owned number 24 of Bill Layton Jr. Hate to see that happen again. A driver coming off that championship season last year, I believe rattled off 4 or 5 A-feature wins last year on the Malvern Bank Tour en route to his first season championship, and still a goose egg in the column, for the winners column for the 24. That team is going to escort that machine behind the wall. Hate to see that happen. And Layton, currently 3rd in the West Series standings. We only have 3 races left to go for the West Series. We got Lakeside and US 36 next weekend. Both of them are West only races. But chances are you might see a few E-Series regulars out there as well, because we do have some contingency awards in conjunction. So some of these contingency awards include the SNS Welding 10th is the best series. A couple of drivers do have to cross over between the tours to be in contention for that points fund. Of course, tonight marks round number 7 of the Dirt Track Bank Elite 8 Series. Dylan Thornton is the current points leader in that division. A separate points fund throughout our 8 dual races, Knoxville being one of them. Dylan Thornton, of course, last time he was in Victory Lane was 2 races ago, the first night of the Labor Day duel up at the Deer Creek Speedway in Spring Valley, Minnesota. Thornton also a big winner at the Rollins Zeitner Memorial, our first Dirt Track Bank Elite 8 Series race up at the Shelby County Speedway in Harlan, Iowa. Thornton also picking up a big win at the Dale DeFrance Memorial over at the Marshalltown Speedway in Marshalltown, Iowa. So here we go, we'll try it again. Hopefully a lucky 7 here that remains in this field as the caution lights go out. No laps officially complete, so we'll try it again. Fred Remley, J.C. Wyman, your front row. Dylan Thornton, Tad Pospisil, row 2. Dallin Murray, Jacob Hopscheid, row 3. Daryl DeFrance in row number 4, all by his lonesome. Back down to the My Race Pass start zone. Let's get a clean lap in and let's go green for glory once again here at Knoxville. And again, Thornton gets the drop on him. 3 wide as they head down into turn 1. Remley slams the door right in Thornton's face, and that just about sent Pospisil up the hill. Now it's going to be J.C. Wyman with the whole shot. J.C. Wyman, that J.D. Wyman power plant singing full song, and now Thornton full steam ahead around the low side. He will sidestep Fred Remley with ease. Lap 1 now will go to Wyman. Thornton now back in position number 2. Of course, Thornton trying to punch his ticket into tonight's Knoxville Nationals A main. Same goes for Tad Pospisil as the 04 goes to the 3rd spot underneath Fred Remley. Tad Pospisil, our only repeat winner with the Malvern Bank Series here at Knoxville. Now Thornton, here goes a big run around the low side. At the line, you've got a new race leader, and it's Dilly. Dylan Thornton now in the lead. The Kai family owned number 38T, the team out of Wheatland, Iowa. And right now, Thornton trying to wrap up his first series championship on the East Series. Had 2 wins last year en route to the Rookie of the Year last year on the Malvern Bank Tour. Meanwhile, Pospisil right up beside the West Series regular J.C. Wyman. It's 4 on 04 action. Some close combat here around the low side at the Knoxville Raceway. Tad Pospisil right there, not afraid to show the fenders there. Kind of shades of his battle with Kyle Burke here back in 2018. Our first ever visit here to Knoxville. Next time around, we'll be halfway done, and Pospisil has got some good speed around the low side. He is closing in on Dylan Thornton. 2 of the fastest drivers we have had on the Malvern Bank Tour this year. Pospisil, 2 wins on the West Tour. Dylan Thornton, so far, has got 7 wins across the East and the West. Make it 3 to go this time. mile and a half remaining here in heat race number 1. Meanwhile, Dallin Murdy trying to work that middle lane. The track is starting to come in and widen out a bit. Oh, a close call there between Fred Remley and Dallin Murdy. Remley just about got hooked and sent into the backstretch guardrail. They sorted out, minding their P's and Q's. Dallin Murdy, maybe a little bit of nose piece damage on the 99X. Murdy not giving up hope on that outside lane. Off a turn 2, Murdy with the half car length behind Remley as they come down to see the white flag. Half a mile to go for Dylan Thorne, but Tad Pospisil is going to keep him honest going into turn 1. Murdy finally clearing Fred Remley for the 4th spot. Meanwhile, up front, they'll take it down into 3 for the 8th and final time, and checker flag will be coming out from Justin Clark on the flag stand, and it will go to Dylan Thornton. He will win heat race number 1. Tad Pospisil will be 2nd. 3rd at the line will be J.C. Wyman. Then it's Dallin Murdy, Fred Remley, Jacob Hopscheid, lead Daryl DeFrance, and Bill Layton Jr. will round out the field. But once again, race fans, he'll head back to the scale and make it official. Give it up for him, the driver out of Belle Plaine, Iowa, by way of Santa Maria, California. He drives the Peterson Insurance, Kai Farms Elevators, Tyler Matson Trucking, Drake Excavating and Aggregates, Salty's Barbecue, Poker Trucking, Howellville Powered Longhorn, number 3018. Give it up for your first heat race winner of the night, Knoxville, Dylan Thornton. Awesome job there as we get heat race number 2 out of the lineup. Shoot on the front straightaway. Let's take a quick gander at what that heat race is going to entail. We have got a family affair on the front row. It's going to be Andy Eckridge on the pole in the 56, to the outside Dave Eckridge in the 58, both from Oxford, Iowa. Kurt Schroeder on the inside of run number 2. He's from Newton, Iowa. On his outside from Marquette, Nebraska. It's the 14 of Kyle Burke. 3rd row on the inside from Mount Vernon, Iowa, the 25 of Chad Simpson. To his outside, Papillion, Nebraska's Brian Kosiski in the 52. Your final row on the inside will be Cedar Rapids, Iowa's CJ Horn. And rounding out the field will be from Ames, Iowa. That is the 22. That is Chargent Charlie McKenna. Once again, 8 cars for 8 fast laps for heat race number 2 of 3 for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. As looks like the field has been brought to a standstill. Possibly something on the racetrack that may have caught the officials' attention right there. That may be the case. As we get a good shot of the back straightaway here at the Knoxville Raceway. Again, Andy Eckridge, the reigning East Series champion. Again, missed a couple of rounds on the East Tour, so unfortunately not in the title hunt this year. Meanwhile, Dave Eckridge, I believe he is well in the title hunt as well. Eckridge currently 10th in the East Series standings coming into Knoxville. Kyle Burke, his best finish here, I believe, was back in 2018 when he finished 2nd in a narrow photo finish with Tad Pospisil. That was really cool to see. Kyle Burke, I mean, he had a very busy weekend during the North-South 100 weekend. Of course, had to race at the Thayer County Speedway in Deschler, Nebraska the night before, and then took a plane flight out to Union, Kentucky to be inducted into the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame this year. But a big congratulations to the driver from Marquette, Nebraska. Multiple track championships here in Iowa. He's a past Adams County Speedway, Shelby County Speedway, Crawford County Speedway track champion. Also former I-80 Speedway track champion, as well as the, I believe, a former NASCAR Busch All-Star Tour champion, as well a 7-time Malvern Bank Series champion. Leads all drivers in feature wins with the Tour as well. Kyle Burke, 92 all-time wins with the Malvern Bank Series. That is most by far. So here we go. Caution lights go out. It's the Eckridge boys on the front row. They'll bring us down to the My Race Pass starting zone off of 4. We are green in heat race number 2 at the Knoxville Raceway. Dave Eckridge gets the momentum on the outside lane early, and he'll take the half car length advantage over Andy as they come off at turn number 2. Kyle Burke will have the 3rd spot early on. Meanwhile, Chad Simpson trying to work that middle lane. He's probably got more laps than anyone around here at the Knoxville Raceway in this field. Lap number 1, it's going to be Dave over Andy at the line. And then another half car length battle between Kyle Burke and Chad Simpson. Simpson now into the bronze medal position. Here comes the Mount Vernon, Iowa 25. Chad Simpson, 2-time winner on the East Series. He won the King of the Bull Ring at the Winneshiek Raceway in Decorah earlier this year. Also won at Mason City. And right now trying to get the job done again on another big half mile. Kyle Burke still trying to get that first win of the year. And now he got jumped up into the Rumbly Crumblies off of 1 and 2. And that's going to allow Kurt Schroeder to take the 4th spot away. Kyle Burke now in recovery mode as he goes back to the outside of 3 and 4. Trying to rip the lip now. That's going to be a long way around. And he'll surrender the 5th spot to Brian Kosiski. Meanwhile, Dave Eckridge trying to win one. His wife Jamie celebrating a birthday tonight. Could this be the catalyst that sends the 58 to victory lane tonight? He was good in qualifying. He leads slightly over Andy as they come off of turn number 4. It's getting fun down there. Andy Eckridge with a bucking Bronco around the berm here. You know, they said they chopped the berm down a bit here at the Knoxville Raceway, and Andy's trying to make full use of that. But in the meantime, Chad Simpson takes over the number 2 position as they head down to the start-finish line this time. Chad Simpson right through the middle lane. The track is definitely starting to come to life as the track continues to glaze over. This is definitely going to make it a racer's track like we saw last night. Here goes Andy Eckridge right around the low side. The low rider hoping to be a little higher for the 56 as they head into turn number 3. They're side by side. Chad Simpson still keeps the nose piece ahead. Eckridge says UH. Off of turn number 4. Eckridge back to the silver medal spot with a mile and a half to go. Knoxville coming to life just like we saw last night, and the Eckridge boys looking good. Believe it or not, they've got 3 Eckridges now, the Next Generation Racing Modifieds over in southeastern Iowa. They've been doing great work. And now Andy back to the front. It's getting tight here. Andy Eckridge, I know he wants to settle a score here. He got the business end of the catch fence here almost a decade ago, trying to qualify for this event in the Knoxville Late Model Nationals. So Andy Eckridge wants to erase that bad luck. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Chad Simpson with a good run, but up front it'll be Andy Eckridge to win heat race number 2. Dave Eckridge hangs on for an Eckridge family 1-2. Then it's Chad Simpson, Kurt Schroeder, Kyle Berg, Brian Kaziski, CJ Horn, and Charlie McKenna to finish out the order. Knoxville's coming to life here in heat race number 2, and give it up for your heat race number 2 winner. He hails from Oxford, Iowa. That is the Precision Performance Stutzman Ag Solutions Automedic Performance Bodies Hallibill powered Black Diamond Chassis. Car number 56. He's your reigning E-Series champion. Let him hear you in Knoxville, Andy Eckridge. 2 great heat races and 1 remain here with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. After this, we'll find out who our Skyline Materials lucky 6th place starter will be. Heat number 3 going to look like this on the pole from Moscow, Iowa. That'll be the 33 of Nick Moroff. To his outside from Sherrill, Iowa. That'll be Jeff Tharp in the 10T. Second row inside from Webster City. That'll be Hollywood Jason Haney in the 76. To his outside, it's AK Andrew Kasiski in the 53 from La Vista, Nebraska. Third row back, it's the West Series points leader from Malvern, Iowa. It's the 99 Team Crazy Jesse Sobbing. On his outside from Bennington, Nebraska, the 26 junior of Corey Zeitner. And unfortunately, the 35D of Dylan Sillman from Alvo, Nebraska, MIA in this one after the big oil spill after the motor went up in smoke. Hate to see that again for Dylan Sillman. Of course, started off the year as the points leader, won the season opener for the West Series over at the Central Missouri Speedway in Warrensburg, Missouri. 1 to go signal coming out this time. So we have got the 2025 Tony Stewart Tribute winner, Nick Moroff. Our winner from Columbus Junction earlier this year back in late May. And not only that, Moroff became the first driver to put a sniper chassis in victory lane with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series with that win over at Columbus Junction. Jeff Tharp, another steady competitor, is yet to find Zeitner & Sons Transport victory lane with the series. Could tonight be the night that the 10T breaks through? Then we got Hollywood Jason Haney. He was our winner from Dubuque. Andrew Kasiski, he was our Gail and Karen Hampel Memorial winner at the Adams County Speedway. Jesse Sobbing, our Ray Hauk Memorial winner at Adams County. Corey Zeitner, another driver, 4th in the West Series standings. It is going to be a very fun field as they head down to the My Race Pass starting zone off at turn number 4. Race fans, it is time to break open a 6-pack with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Third and final heat goes green here at Knoxville. Off we go. We are in business into turn number 1. Moroff, a little bobble there halfway through the corner, and it will be Jeff Tharp to have the race lead down the backstretch. Andrew Kasiski, he's good here at Knoxville. He's up to the 3rd spot, and now Moroff cuts the nose, just about took the red nose piece off the 53. But up front, it's going to be Jeff Tharp to lead lap number 1 very, very decisively. Haney looking to the inside. I know he's bummed we didn't get a chance to race at his home track at the Hamilton County Speedway. Unfortunately, Mother Nature nixed our plans there. So Haney trying to make full use of the run here at Knoxville. He has a win just down the road at Oskaloosa. Very similar track here to Knoxville, but Jason Haney right now trying to hopefully the notes go well in the 76 for a win here at Knoxville. Meanwhile, Andrew Koziski, he'll sidestep Nick Moroff. That's for the 3rd spot as they head into 3. That's been a good battle, 53 and 33 going at it. Meanwhile, Corey Zeitner down to the inside. Here comes CRZ. He'll go to 4th. Right now, the West Series points leader, Jesse Somming, having a hard time making some steady headway. So the dirty air definitely not favoring the Team Crazy 99. Meanwhile, Jeff Tharp, he is breathing that clean air in that 10T machine, looking good through the middle lane. Halfway home this time. Jeff Tharp shows the way. Jason Haney runs 2nd. Then it's Andrew Koziski, Corey Zeitner. Now Jesse Sobbing up to 5th over Nick Moroff. But Jeff Tharp, Pro Power racing engine between the frame rails on that Longhorn off of turn number 4. He's got the lead, but Jason Haney is closing in on him. Here comes Hollywood. Like I said, picked up a win at Oskaloosa, very similar racetrack here to Knoxville. Here goes Hollywood to the inside. The Snake Racing Body 76, ready to strike on the low side. The Zeus chassis, ready to zap him off of turn number 4, off of turn number 4. Here we go. Tharp still in the lead. It's getting tight. Haney to the low side. He'll poke the nose ahead of Tharp off of turn number 2. You've got a new race leader. Jason Haney now shows the way in 76. Jim Shepard racing engine between the frame rails on the Zeus chassis, the Snake Racing bodies. You see the Snake Eyes there running down the front straight as Tharp trying to take the lead back, but Haney slammed the door right in his face. The houses are rocking, but hey, don't bother knocking here. Off of 2, Andrew Koziski with a good run into 3 and 4 for the final time, right up beside Jeff Tharp, but it's all behind your race winner. Jason Haney wins a stellar heat race number 3. Jeff Tharp hangs on for 2nd. It's Andrew Koziski 3rd, Corey Zeitner 4th, Jesse Sobbing 5th, and Nick Moroff to round out the field. So our 3rd and final heat race comes to a close, and give it up for him, your winner. He hails from Webster City, Iowa. He drives the Nearing Construction, Carl Chevrolet, Dr. P, Gerber Auto, Jerry Goebel State Farm, Stein Heating and Cooling, Jim Shepard powered Zeus chassis, car number 76. Let him hear you in Knoxville, your winner of Heat 3. It's Hollywood, Jason Haney. Well, 3 very entertaining heat races come to a close. We'll get the points tallied up and see who will have a chance at that bonus money tonight for the Skyline Materials Lucky 6th Place Challenge. Well, next up on the card, 2 B mains coming up for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Want to correct me if I'm wrong, Dustin. I believe top 4 out of each moving on to the big dance tonight.
Oh boy, I don't. I gotta look.
Top 3.
I think
top 3.
Thank you, Ben.
That's why Ben Shelton's been up here the last 2 nights and not me.
There you go. We'll get James Essex back up here with Dustin Jarrett and James Essex, Ben Shelton, guys. Always great working with you guys, but we have got some business to take care of before we run for 75 large tonight.
Absolutely, Anthony. Great job as always, my friend. 3 outstanding heat races for the Malvern Bank late models. And James, we have got the first B main. This will be UNOH B main number 1 for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series in the staging lane. And it's going to line up like this. Scheduled to be on the pole, Tyler Bruning. You heard that he will not be here, so we're going to shift the rows. It'll be Jake Neal on the pole and an underpowered Dallin Murdy out of Chelsea, Iowa on the outside.
Then it'll be Brandon Carpenter trying to make his first Knoxville Late Model Nationals. He's out of Coldwater, Mississippi. And Matt Furman, he's out of Iowa City, Iowa, in 51.
And it'll be Tim Simpson starting a next row back on the inside. He's also out of Iowa City, Iowa in the 17. And on his outside, Sheffield, Illinois' Rich Bell in the 21B.
Frankie Ekenes Jr., he's been in this race 9 times. He's out of Frankfort, Illinois. And Dean Carpenter, he's out of Coldwater, Mississippi. We'll check on the laps of this race. Not for sure on it, but again, the top 3 do transfer. So 24 are locked in. They'll be coming up here shortly for their hot lap session. 8 laps, Dustin. How about that?
That's a fantastic call. You did good by suggesting that, James. Your clout.
Thank you.
Your clout held up.
Thank you. Well, you and I will be together next weekend. We'll be at Brownstown, Indiana on Friday night for Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Is it on Flow? Of course it's on Flow. It'll be $10,000 to win next Friday. The CJ Rayburn Memorial, the Jackson 100, 1 week for night 50K, and we'll be at Pittsburgh. 2 shows there. And then I'll be Wednesday. Hopefully Wednesday.
Well, hopefully Wednesday at Hopstad. Yeah, what did you say when I called you the other day and asked if you wanted to pit report our race at Hopstad? So, well, you just said yes.
Yeah, I just said yes. I won't get into all that other stuff. The Race Car Engineering Pace Truck. How about those heat races for the Malvern Bank? Those are pretty awesome. This track is 40 here tonight. Justin Clark on the flag stand. Hey, we're going to have Rob Penrod back next weekend. You know that?
At the house that Essex built.
He's going to be there.
Let's go.
He's going to be at the house that Helfrich built on Wednesday night as we have the Nutrient Ag Solutions Start Zone DJ. First of 2 B mains for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The top 3 to the Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals, brought to you by All Bakes Collision.
Absolutely. Green flag is out. 8 laps. Top 3 will transfer. Jake Neal going to get the early advantage on the inside. Dallin Murdy, Brandon Carpenter side by side. A pair of 51s going at it. James, that's Brandon Carpenter, the Coldwater, Mississippi driver in the white and black car. The white and blue one, of course, is Iowa City, Iowa's Matt Furman. He has made this race before. At the end of lap number 1, it's going to be Jake Neal, Dallin Murdy, Brandon Carpenter.
Does Murdy have the Wisoda motor, they told me?
Yes.
What has he got in that thing?
It's not a full open motor. I talked to Dallin down there in the pit area earlier.
Well, you're the commissioner of Wisoda and IMCD now, apparently, right out of turn 4. Hey, again, all 15 race teams in the Lucas Oil Series are perfect attendance. They're in the race already, so there probably won't be any provisionals unless you don't run in the top 3 of either one of these. So there you have it right now. How about Jake from Omaha in that Alan Laurie Humphrey? That is an 8-year-old rocket out in front. No, that's not a blue front.
Look at Frankie.
That is an original XR1.
Look at Frankie. Frankie trying to make it for the 10th time.
Yes, sir.
And he had a good run. He had a good run that last time up on the outside. James will see what he can do. You are looking at 3rd, 4th, and 5th right there. Only the top 3 race their way in. That's Matt Furman, Frank Heckenes Jr., Brandon Carpenter trying to race their way in.
Yeah, I talked to Frankie earlier in the pit area. He goes to the outside, down the back straightaway. Frank Heckenes Jr.'s got a good hot rod. He has struggled here this weekend. He said, well, we'll see if we can put it in. But right now, he's the fastest car on the racetrack as we have 5 down and 3 to go as we're past the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. And it is all Jake Neal and Dallin Murdy, the 20-year-old, trying to make his first career start here at Knoxville. He said he's been here a couple of times just to watch.
Well, he ran the stock car here last year.
Well,
he ran the stock car here last year. Yeah, he's never run a late model.
But he's been here a couple times to see this race.
Yes.
This race started before he was born. He was born in 05. This started in 04.
You were so old.
He is absolutely 7 down. Hey, that's the Barrett's performance. I got him riled up.
You did.
Like 1 lap to go.
You were a man of the people. Jake from Omaha out front, side-by-side battle for the 2nd spot. Boys, you're both in the show. They'll take each other out as they head through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Jake Neal's going to get the win. Frank Heckenes Jr. slides past it in front of Dallin Murdy, takes the air away from him. Frank Heckenes Jr. is going to finish 2nd, and Dallin Murdy, you have raced your way in to the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals presented by All Makes Collision. So Murdy finishes 3rd, Frank Heckenes Jr. finishes 2nd, and there is your winner. It'll be the driver of the Tots Body and Glass, Downtown Recycling, Select Auto, Joyce Ergonomics, Rocket Scott Bailey, number 6 for Al Humphrey. How about a round of applause for Omaha, Nebraska's Jake Neal? So that is
That is 20.
That is how Fast Shaft's B main number 1 ends up. And we've got one more of these, James. It's going to be UNOH B main number 2. And I believe that we will also have 8 cars running this, maybe just 7.
It's 2,500 to start. Good job for Murdy. Good job for Jake Neal. Heckenes. They crossed the UNOH scales. They'll be in the show.
That's your pay for a night.
UNOH B main number 2. That's per hour, bro.
Don't forget about it. Chad Simpson going to be on the pole out of Mount Vernon, Iowa. He's made this race 15 times, trying to race his way in and on the outside of the North Fork, Nebraska in the O for a 2-time Knoxville National starter. It's Tad Pospisil.
Clay Stuckey's out of Shreveport, Louisiana, the Lucas Oil 15, and on the outside the 75 out of Peru, Illinois, trying to make it in his first A main here at Knoxville. That is Daniel Adam.
How about a pair of Malvern Bank regulars in row number 3 out of Luna Vista, Nebraska? Andrew Kosiski in the 53, and I don't see yeah, there he is, Dilly Dylan Thornton, originally out of Santa Maria, California in the 38T.
And then you have Dan Battalion, 45, Al Humphrey, and 6, Junior Cooper. By the way, it pays, what, 400 just to start a B main. And with this number of cars we have, it might be 500.
Well, I'll tell you what, you finish announcing this, I'm going to go get someone's backup car real quick and get my $500 just to...
How about Dallin Murdy? He thought his weekend was over at the Lucas Oil Series. I mean, he was going to run here tonight anyway with the Malvern Bank, but man, mechanical issues here on Thursday, and it was, it was hammered down. But my goodness, last night was awesome, and we're off to a great start here tonight. This is fantastic.
What about
racing so far?
Veterans.
The veterans
in this one. You've got Al Humphrey. You've got Dan Battaglia, and you've got Bernard Coover Jr.
I mean, what those guys? I mean, long as we've been coming here, Junior Cooper's been coming here. I mean, that guy there is unbelievable. He's pitched a 10 in the infield down by the Lucas Oil rig.
He always does. He always does.
Love it. Well, let's see if he can put it in the show. He's got to run in the top 3. Chad Simpson trying to make it for the 16th time.
9 cars means we're going to run 9 laps. Top 3 transfer. 9 cars, 9 laps. Chad Simpson, Tad Pospisil, bring him off corner number 4 to the green.
New Tunac Solutions starts owning that Jay Johnson-owned car. The Johnson Holding Company, Chad Simpson, a former player, but hang on. Pospisil.
Wow.
Man, he got way up there, and he's going to lose 4 spots down the back straightaways. He is back right now to 6th.
I did not think
that was going to turn number 4. Yeah, and he's got some issues. He comes out of turn number 4. Chad Simpson doesn't have issues. He's got to leave. How about Clay Stuckey?
Yeah,
I know Jarrett's probably Jarrett. I don't think Jarrett's here, but Jarrett's at home rooting him on. His dad Ronnie is here as he goes down the back straightaway trying to make it into the show here tonight.
So you got Chad Simpson, who has started this race more than any other active driver. Out front, Al Humphrey out in the 6th, and you got 2 guys behind him trying to make this race for the very first time in their careers, in Clay Stuckey and Daniel Adam and Dylan Thornton.
How about the year for Daniel Adam? He's won run for World of Valla Rookie of the Year. Then he stepped back into the modified. Mike McKinney's driven the car. Dylan McCowan's driven the car. Daniel's back in it and trying to make one of the biggest races of the year, a crown jewel race here at Knoxville.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Adam, he got himself a modified win at Farmer City earlier this year as well. The 20-year-old out of Peru, Illinois, in that mobilization funding Longhorn Cornet, and there's a good look at him right now in a transfer spot, running 3rd this time by 4 in the books, James. 5 laps to go.
Tell you what, how about Dylan Thornton trying to get in his first Knoxville Nationals for the late models? But he's several car lengths back behind Adam as Adam closes in on Clay Stuckey, but it's all Chad Simpson right now in that Longhorn Pro Power to turn number 1. As we are past the halfway mark, 5 down, 4 to go. Hellraiser Jack's halfway, and down the back straightaway, Dylan Thornton. We may have our first eyeball test of the night trying to close, and here comes Pospisil out of turn 4.
Yeah, this one's all Chad Simpson right now, James, as this time by at the scoring loop. He's got over 3 seconds on the rest of the field as he quickly closes in on Dan Battaglia, but behind him, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th are kind of closing in just a little bit on each other. But as we like to say, sand's starting to run out of the hourglasses. There's just 2 laps to go this time by. It's still Stuckey in the 2nd spot, Daniel Adam in 3rd, and Dylan Thornton, a 14-time winner this year and the current Malvern Bank E-Series points leader. He's on the outside looking in 4th as Simpson comes off corner number 4 and gets the white flag.
Good laps for Dylan Thornton, though, but he may come a little bit short tonight as we have the Barron's Performance 1 lap to go for the Mount Vernon, Iowa, the multi-time MLRA champion. He's already headed into turn number 3, trying to get around lap traffic. 2nd and 3rd look solid as long as they cross the UNOA scales, and here comes Chad Simpson.
Chad Simpson going to get it done, and he will start the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals for the 16th time in his career. Daniel Adam actually got by Clay Stuckey on that last lap to take the 2nd spot. Stuckey going to hang on and finish in position number 3. So those 3 drivers will race their way into the show with Dylan Thornton, Tad Pospisil, Junior Coover, Dan Battaglia, and Andrew Ksiski on the outside looking in. So finishing in 3rd, it was Clay Stuckey. Finishing in 2nd, it was Daniel Adam. And your winner in this one, you mentioned it, James, the 5-time MLRA champ, 4-time Yankee Dirt Classic champ, and the Johnson Holding Company, Randy Davidson Trucking, Moeller Farms, Venture Concrete and Excavating, Crone Farm sponsored. Number 25, how about it for the 46-year-old out of Mount Vernon, Iowa? It's Chad Simpson. So Simpson will now be a 16-time Knoxville Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville National starter, of course, presented by All Makes Collision.